What's the charge?
It was 3 UUMVs, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle associated with high-speed chases for each one of them. I was not a pullover for the police type of dude in a stolen car. The math didn't math for me. I got away out of 9 out of 11 of these things when I was driving personally. So I figured it was fair shot.
And you got a ton of land out there too to take them on high speed.
As long as you don't end up on the freeway, you're likely to get away if you're not an idiot. I would make myself as much of a danger to the community as humanly possible. And please understand that when I say this, I'm not bragging. I'm not proud of this. It's disgusting. But I would hit one ways going the wrong way. I would blaze through red lights. There's that taco time over on Coburg Road over by Sheldon where I went to high school. I did, I think like 72. They clocked me going through the drive-through there. And that's when they pulled back their stop on one of my bus. They actually pulled back and I was able to ditch the car. Most of the time when I'm doing high-speed chases, I don't even care about the stolen car. It's like, I need to get off all of this dope. I need to get rid of this gun, you know?
So your goal was are you dumping it as you're driving?
Sometimes you dump it as you drive. Sometimes I would want it to be somewhere where I could go back and get it. So like this last one that I got busted in, I got into somebody's backyard and I found a garden shed back there and they had, pots for potted plants and I put all my stuff in there and they dumped gardening soil on top of it and went to sit down for a minute and I literally fell asleep in the garden shed because I've been up for so long and then the adrenaline rush and everything. And I came out after a little bit and there were still cops looking for me and they busted my ass.
Right. Okay. So your goal, I remember I heard it from a homeboy in prison. He goes, we hit 4 corners. When we be in a stolen car, it'd be like 4 of them, right? They hit every corner they hit in a high speed, somebody jumps out. Then the next corner, other cat jumps out. And they're PPP, pills, perp, and pistols. They're dumping everything, right? It's like a system. And then the last guy who's driving, he takes it, floors it, hits the final turn and jumps out. And then the car, gets wrecked.
Yeah.
But was your goal to get out of sight if you're at a high speed, get out of their sight and then pull over and jump out and run?
Yeah, you want to get out of sight. So when you make yourself enough of a liability to the community around you, they have, they can actually get in trouble. They have liability themselves. If they continue the chase, they have to pull back. Right.
Because you're a danger to children or whoever else could be walking across the street.
Exactly. So you get a little ways away from them to where they can't see you. And then you want to distance yourself from that car.
Yeah. People don't believe me. The day I got arrested, I coming out of my, a place where I would pick up packages of money getting sent from wherever, the East Coast. And the undercovers got behind me and they started to light me up. And I went 90 through a residential zone and they completely backed off. And I had no idea why they did that. And later on, my lawyer was like, that's a mandate. Like they can is exactly what it is. If you're endangering the community, they simply just give up.
Well, yeah, they have to, because they can be held legally culpable. So, there's all of that. And, I started out not wanting to take stolen cars any further than I needed to. I started out stealing cars in Portland, Oregon, which well as well.
Sure.
And I had some Russian dudes out there that they would give us like $500-600 for every car that we would bring them. And I could steal a dozen in a night. And they were putting them straight on ships and sending them back home. Yes. So we could make really good money in a night just moving cars, a mile and a half.
Yeah.
So
do you remember where? Was it North Portland where you were taking them?
Yeah.
Because, and you got the ships and everything. The port is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was really easy to make really good money for at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
what were you doing that for? To support your habit?
To support. At first it started out just to support my habit. And then it became like I was living a pretty decent lifestyle. Because if you're bringing in $5-6 grand a night, for, somebody who's a tweaker, that's pretty good. You're not stealing catalytic converters and, getting $100 for each of them.
Right.
So we did that for a while and then I just got stupid comfortable driving around in stolen cars. Because, you know, if the cops get behind me, what are we going to do? I'm going to do this dance with them. I'm probably going to win. And, you know, I'm probably going to get away. I got away so many times. And then I got shipped to prison, which it needed to happen.
Yeah, sure.
Johnny, I was a danger to the people around me. I was a danger to my community. Like, out of all the crimes that I've committed, I feel the worst about stealing cars because there's no way to tell the trail of damage that left in people's lives. You walk out of your house in the morning to go to work, to be able to feed your kid, and your car's gone. You might lose your job. You might not be able to take your kid.
It's a huge burden. Even if insurance covers it, there's still costs to you. You're still, losing time at work. You have to take cabs or Ubers everywhere. Like my catalytic converter was stolen, as I told you, last week in LA. That's common. That happens. It's like a scourge. It's AIDS now. It's the new AIDS. The catalytic,
the new AIDS.
Yeah, you can clip that. But yeah, it's like I let my insurance lapse. So it cost me like 3 G's and I had the money, but like a poor working person,
absolutely.
you completely alter their lifestyle just by stealing, $100 piece of metal from the car. It's like, I totally agree with you. Like these nonviolent crimes are still very, very much have victims. You know?
And you know, I moved away from doing that when I got out of prison as much as I could. So we were talking about prison. Me and my co-defendant were at Coffee Creek together and they called us out on the same day for transport. Like, hooray, we're going to the same prison. What's up, bro? Yeah. And they called 2 different lines. They put me in one line and him in the other. And he had been to prison twice before me. He was the one who, basically told me exactly what to expect. He told me all the do's and don'ts. You know what I'm saying? The 3 G's, no gambling, no gangs, no gays, and he showed me the ropes a little bit before I even got there. And I'm like, oh, damn, it's his 3rd strike. Maybe they're sending him to, somewhere bad like Snake River. And then they told each line where we were going, and he was going to San Em, which is a minimum. It's a nice little cushy minimum camp. And I was going to Snake River. And I was like, oh, I ain't just some
worst of the worst.
Bro. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to gladiator school at minimum custody, with 39 months. So I went from Coffee Creek, Snake River, was at Snake River for just a few months, ended up in the hole, they had already documented me STG as Irish Pride before I even got through intake. Right. They were like, they saw I had a clover tattoo right here. I have a lot of them now, but they were like, you're either Irish Pride or you're AB. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like I even was like, bro, I'm white people aren't in gangs. What do you mean? I tried to play the choir boy with them and they weren't buying it. So they labeled me as Irish Pride. And as soon as I got to Snake River, they started selling me up with Irish Pride dudes. And I was like, I met one of them that was an amazing dude and he really changed my whole perspective on a lot of stuff. So I jumped into the car with him. Yeah. And then they sent me to Warner Creek. And then they sent me to OSP from Warner Creek. I was only at Warner Creek for a couple months.
How did you go from Warner Creek to OSP? Warner Creek is a minimum. I don't even think they have a fence around it.
Warner Creek does have a fence.
But it's real low security.
It's real low security. It's out in the middle of nowhere in Klamath Falls.
Yeah.
But they sent me because they couldn't prove that I got the Lane County bike path. But I got the Lane County bike path. Like my mama was afraid to do her daily walks when this dude was out there jumping out of bushes, grabbing chicks and pulling them into the bushes.
Yeah.
My mom stopped doing her walks. I took that real personally. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So then you found him in prison?
Yeah.
And smashed him out or something?
Yeah, I smashed him out. I smashed him in the head with a rock.
At Warner Creek?
Yeah. Yeah. And nobody told on me. And then I'm the reason that they put cameras into Warner Creek, out there.
Wow.
So, and he was he was in the honor dorm and he barely came off that honor dorm. So I stalked him, bro. I stalked him like a deer hunter. You know what I'm saying? I was like waiting for him and I clipped him. I clipped him a good one. But, Warner Creek had a great weight pile. It was really cool. But they told me that I was not the type of inmate they wanted there. And
I can agree with them.
I can see that. I wasn't insulted. They shipped me to OSP and,
OSP maximum.